Right. I've been talking about the Super Bowl breakfast and that this is one of those events that is so cool and that there's still some space. There's some space for all these events, but this is one of those like, this is at Desert Ridge. This is the day before the Super Bowl. This is Kirk Cousins on stage. This is Tony Dungy. This is the Bart Starr Award winner. This is, if you're a fan of football and faith, that this is a place that you should be. Nicole Kreitz, my buddy over at 3TV, called me. At Arizona I should just say AZ Family. I'm sorry about that. But Nicole's with us and it's her birthday. So I'm like, I want to wish her happy birthday on television.
Thank you.
And she introduced me to Terry Bortz the other day. And Terry, she handles the breakfast. So I want to have the two of them on together to chop this up. And Terry, before I get to you, just with Nicole's end of things, because it is her birthday, you are going to be like the co-local host of this whole event. Is that right?
Yeah, so it's pretty exciting when they reached out to me, Athletes in Action, about what they're doing. And I just was so excited to be a part of it. So I'll be the local host, and Akbar Bajabiamila, who's with American Ninja Warrior,
Yep.
of course, played in the NFL. So he helps them host it every year. And they said, wouldn't it be fun to bring in somebody local who can, help out? And I just am thrilled to be a part of it and hear the stories beyond what you hear on the field. Obviously, we love the players, we love the game, but it's so much more than that. And I always love to kind of spotlight those stories, especially of community and leaders in faith. So I'm thrilled to be a part of it.
Tell me about Terry and how you met her, and then Terry jump on in. But Nicole, how'd you meet Terry and how'd this come together?
Yeah, they reached out to me with Athletes in Action. And once they told me a little bit more about what they do and how they honor these players and really try to get the word out about more than the player on the field, but what they do to be, an amazing husband, a good father, and leaders in community. I met her, had a breakfast, and we just kind of chatted about my story in faith. And when I learned about what they were doing, I just was thrilled to, share that message and give people a platform here in the Valley to share those stories and maybe reach people who might not be close to faith, and hearing those stories get a chance to see how the heroes that they, put on a platform on the field are so much more in our community.
Terry, how did this come to be for you with Nicole?
So every year when I do the Super Bowl breakfast in a different city, I have to put together a local committee of business executives that help me. They help me identify sponsors, identify host committee members. They help me with input on the program, selling tables. They really are a huge help. So one of them, when we were talking about, we'd love to have someone local on the show, they immediately said, oh, you should talk to Nicole Kreitz. And I said, okay, who's that? And so they told me all about her. I, went online and looked her up. I said, yes, we definitely need to meet with her. And we had that breakfast meeting and we were sold.
This event, again, for those of you that are checking this out, or you want to tell your business leaders, friends in the community, it's at Desert Ridge at the Marriott at 8 a.m. It's on February 11th. So it's the day before the Super Bowl. The history of this event, Terry, if you could walk us through that.
Yeah, so it started back in 1988 out in San Diego, and they were fortunate enough that year to ask Joe Gibbs to be the keynote speaker. Joe ended up being in the game as the head coach of the Washington Redskins, so of course they immediately sold out. So that's when Athletes in Action said, you know what, we could make this an annual event, but let's make an award the centerpiece of the program, and the award would be for outstanding character, integrity, and leadership on and off the field. We asked Bart Starr if we could name the award after him. He said he would be honored. He and his wife were at every breakfast from 1989 to 2014 to personally present the award. People would come just to see Bart. He's just such a legend in the NFL. And he loved what these guys stood for, because the media a lot of times likes to harp on the guys making all the mistakes, not the guys that are giving back to the community and being leaders. And so when the last time we were in Phoenix was 2015, it was the first year that Bart couldn't come in person because he had had a stroke. And that's when Tony Dungy stepped in to present the award in his place. And of course, Tony will be there on February 11th to present the award to Kirk.
SuperBowlBreakfast.com. That is where you go get more information. You can buy tables, you can buy seats. There's still time to do it. It's on February 11th. It's at the Desert Ridge Marriott at 8 a.m. SuperBowlBreakfast.com. Ladies, thanks for the time.
Thanks, you.